Okay, hey everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing a fairly new line that has, like about 2 months ago it hit shelves in the US, and it is a drugstore line. It's a new line of products by Maybelline, and it is called Fit Me. And the point of this line is to make it easier for women to be able to find their shade in not only the foundation, but the powder and the concealer, and also the blush and the bronzer. And how they do that is they've arranged it into light, medium, dark, which everybody does that. That's not so new. But the thing is, once you find your shade, I am 115. Right away, I'm going to know I'm 115 in concealer and also in powder. And then they also have a blush and a bronzer. It's not a 115 blush and a 115 bronzer. It just goes with the light shades. So you can pick any of the light blushes or bronzers, and you're going to know that it's going to go well with your skin tone, which is really nice, and it takes all the guesswork out, which is awesome if you're new to makeup or if you're just looking for something easier. So, and also super easy to find your shade, because not only do they have a pretty awesome color range, but in most places, not all places that carry this foundation do this, but in most drugstores they will have a little tester one for you to be able to swatch the different colors on the back of your hand. And so that's really nice, not only to find your shade, but to find out about the texture and the coverage, and if it oxidizes, just like find a little bit about the foundation before you're going to put your money into it. So that is really cool. I don't know why drugstore lines haven't done anything like that before. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about the foundation first. I don't have any of the blushes or bronzers, but I have the foundation, concealer, and powder. And I am shade 115. And 115 is the second up in the light category. 110 is the lightest, but a lot of people think 115 is the lightest, which it's not. 110 is the lightest, but it's a little bit hard to find because it's sold out most places, because everybody's looking for a foundation that's pale enough for them. Like, it's so hard for me to find a foundation that's pale enough for me. So I'm really glad that the 115 works for me, because it's kind of hard to get a hold of the 110. So yeah, the foundation, it is not a full coverage foundation, which at first I was like, but you know, because I am so used to buying full coverage foundations. If you have seen my other channel or know anything about me, you're gonna know I love full coverage matte foundations. I love Dermablend, MAC, Makeup Forever, Illamasqua Rich Liquid Foundation, and those are all really highly pigmented, really thick, completely full coverage foundations. And recently I started to realize that my skin has gotten pretty good lately. It's behaving, so I'm thinking I don't need to be wearing these super thick, heavy foundations out every day. I'm still in love with all those foundations, and I'm definitely going to still be using them. But on a day-to-day basis, I just needed something a little bit lighter, less coverage, because I just don't need it just for going to school, you know? So I was thinking about going and picking up the NARS Sheer Glow, and apparently this foundation is a dupe for NARS Sheer Glow. I've never used NARS Sheer Glow, so I can't tell you if there's any truth in that. But NARS Sheer Glow is pretty expensive. I don't remember the price, but it's another thing about this line. Super duper affordable. This foundation was $7, the powder was $7, and the concealer was $5 something. So that's awesome. So it's affordable. So I decided, since this was a dupe for the NARS Sheer Glow, I could get 3 products for less than the foundation. So I was sold. That's an awesome deal. So this foundation, like I said, it is not full coverage. You can apply it as sheer. When you apply like a sheer, very small amount with your fingertips, it's similar to a tinted moisturizer. But it's a medium coverage foundation, so if you put a little bit more on than that, you're going to get a pretty decent amount of coverage, which is great. And in my opinion, like some people might disagree, but I feel like this foundation is definitely buildable, and if you wanted, you could get it to a semi-full coverage foundation. And I love having that option, so right away it's not going to be full coverage. You can build it up. If you need more coverage one day, you can put a little more on, so it's very versatile. Did I say that right? Versatile? I think I did. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, the foundation is, I love it. So it blends so easily. It just looks seamlessly. It looks like my skin. Like the texture isn't super dewy and it isn't matte. It just looks like skin, like my skin, but better, which I love. So it's just, I love it. I love it. So that was one of their claims. It's your skin, but better. And it lives up to all its claims, which I really love about a foundation. Like some foundations, like there's Maybelline Superstay foundation. It's like a 24-hour foundation. Well, it didn't stay on me for more than 3 hours and oxidized and it transferred. It's supposed to be no transfer, not even transfer resistant. They claimed it was no transfer. Okay, this isn't a bash review of Superstay. I hated that foundation, but this lives up to all of its claims, which I really like. It doesn't claim to be a long-wearing foundation, even though in my opinion I have super oily skin and it stayed on me an entire school day. Like, this is after school and this is my foundation. That's awesome. So I touch it up max once a day, just a quick swipe of the powder, nothing big. It takes about 2 seconds. So if you're gonna be wearing it all day, just touch it up a little bit. You know, you shouldn't even be wearing makeup if you're not willing to touch it up a little bit. So yeah, the foundation is awesome. I love it. And the best way to apply it, you can apply it with your fingers if you don't want a ton of coverage, which is totally fine. I like applying it with a sponge. I know people are like, oh, sponges, they absorb product and blah, 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 but you know, the foundation was so cheap that if I run out quickly, I'm just going to pick another one up. So I definitely like applying it with a sponge best. You can apply it with a traditional foundation brush, which is another great way to apply it in my opinion. You can apply it with a flat top kabuki if you want great coverage with it. And one I tried recently with it was the MAC 109. Didn't really like it that much with the MAC 109. I definitely prefer the sponge over the fingers and over a brush. So yeah, that's another way to get a little bit more coverage out of the foundation is applying with a sponge. And the concealer goes perfectly with the foundation, perfectly. It's a really awesome concealer. It's pretty decently opaque and definitely just adds a little kick of coverage in those areas where you need it to cover without looking like it's separate from your foundation, you know what I mean? Sometimes the concealers can just be like completely different from the foundation and it's hard to get them to blend seamlessly. So it's definitely great to have that foundation and concealer being a perfect match for each other. And next, the powder. What I love about this powder is it lets the beautiful, this is like got a luminous dewy finish. Now if you like that kind of look, which I do like that look, just not on me. So if you do like that look, this powder totally lets that look shine through and just, you know, keeps it there. And that's awesome. So if you just put a quick swipe of that powder over, you're still gonna get that whole dewy luminous effect, which I love. So this powder, you can build it up more, which is awesome to have that option. It's just like the foundation. If you want more coverage, you can get it. But if you don't, it's not going to be too cakey right off the bat. This powder is not cakey. It does not cake. And that's just like the foundation. It doesn't clump up, doesn't transfer, doesn't do anything like that during the day. So, love this powder. I built it up to get a matte finish. Like I said, one coat of this, you're going to get the beautiful glowy, dewy finish to show through. But you can build it up to be matte if you don't want the dewy look on your face, like I don't. So, yeah, I don't have enough good things to say about this line. Like, I feel like there's just so many things I could say about this line. It's affordable, it's easy, it takes all the guesswork out of buying your products. And if you just need like an easy day-to-day routine, this foundation is not a hard one to apply. It blends so seamlessly that you don't even have to worry about getting that line of demarcation. You don't even have to blend it down your jaw. It's just, it matches so perfectly. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. A lot of other people have said that and they have different skin shades than me. So yeah, it's an awesome line, affordable, easy. If you're looking for something new, definitely go pick this up at your local drugstore. So thanks for watching.